Hello Taurus, welcome, it's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. This is your reading for the 18th through to the 24th of April 2022 or thereabouts. It is a general reading, Taurus, so it won't resonate with everybody, but it certainly will with some. Alright, let's get started. We'll get a couple of oracle cards just to get a little bit of an idea of your overall energies at this time. Right, so what do we have for Taurus, please? 18th to the 24th of April 2022 or thereabouts. What do we have for Taurus, please? Right, Taurus, first of all we have balance, number 19. So this, as it says in the tin, this is a need for balance in some area, whatever it means for you. But we'll get more information as we go through the reading. But this is about, you know, not going to extremes. So it can't be all or nothing. There needs to be balance. So, for example, for some of you, it may be that you've been working very, very hard on something. If you do that without having some rest, having a break, taking a day off, then things start to become lopsided within you. You know, your body will start to feel the strain. Emotionally and mentally, you'll start to feel the strain. So things become out of kilter within you and possibly around you also. So, you know, this sense of balance, it's for others of you, it could be that there could be something happening around you, something you may be involved in, that is bringing out some quite strong emotions within you. And so it's about taking a step back and looking at things from a different perspective, if you like, to try and get a sense of balance about what it is that you're looking at or hearing or involved with. Just take a breath and take a step back. All right, I'll just put that to one side. Okay, then we have number 27, and this is release. This is about releasing, and I feel it links in with the previous card of balance. So I feel you've been storing something's been building up inside of you, Taurus, over a little while now. And the thing is, if whatever it is that's being stored up, whether it's extra stress, whether it's a stressful situation, whether it's an emotional build-up, whatever it is, it needs to be released. And you can do that by taking the step back, as we talked about with balance. Perhaps try some meditation, have a relaxing bath, walk in nature, but try to release this tension, this stressful tension that's been building up inside of you. I feel for some of you that this is a time of transformation. And with any transformation, it's not always easy, because a transformation means letting go of the old, ready to welcome in the new. But you can have pent-up energy building up. So it's not always an easy transition, if I can put it that way. So the need to release, let go. Take a deep breath and breathe out. All right, Taurus, let's get into your reading now. So what do we have for Taurus, please? 18th to the 24th of April 2022 or thereabouts. It could resonate a little bit beyond that time. What do we have for Taurus, please? What's important for Taurus to consider at this time? Alright, Taurus, well, we have the heart of your reading here, the root of the matter, past influences, the future going forward. Sorry, I'm just stopping myself there. This is what's on your mind at the moment. Right, the future going forward. And something else that your guides would like to say to you at this time. Sorry about that, Taurus. It is important that the cards go down in the position they're meant to. Alright, so I was jumping the gun there a little bit with that one. Excuse me. Alright, at the bottom of the deck we have moving on. So this would be the Six of Swords in ordinary tarot. But this is moving on from a little bit, you know, you can see the shadows behind this man and the autumn leaves here. But he's heading towards the light, and we have the spring, the new leaves here floating around him. So this is moving on from what's gone now, what served its purpose, what was important at one time and meaningful, but it's had its day. So for some of you, this is very much about moving on now, in a new direction. And it does link in a little bit with balance, but also particularly with releasing that which is no longer relevant now, no longer serving you. Could we clarify all of the cards on the table, please, for Taurus? Clarify all of the cards on the table, please, for Taurus. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have the Four of Swords now. And the Four of Swords, this is when there's not much happening. Things have come to a bit of a standstill. A time of reflection. And I feel this is what's happening now at this transition time. This moving on from one position to another. A little bit like the World card, an old cycle that's completing. Ready for this new cycle coming in. But this is an important time, that the Four of Swords is an important message, because it's an important time for you. Because it's like being in the calm, in the middle of a whirlwind, where right in the middle it's very calm and still. And I feel that's where some of you are at this moment. It's an important time to reflect, to reconsider, to build up your energies, to let go of what's needed now. Ready for, especially if you think about the winter, when things slow down, and it's a time of healing and recovery, but getting ready for new growth in the spring. And I feel for some of you that's where you are at this time, but it's an important time for you to take advantage, this time of release. All right, Taurus, let's see, this is right at the heart of your reading now. Okay, what we have is material harvest, and we also have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is your energy in the major arcana in tarot. So here you are, you've come out right at the heart of your reading. And that's clarifying material harvest. Material harvest, this means that in a certain area, and I feel this is what you're letting go of, you've harvested what you could harvest out of a certain situation over the past however long. So there's no more growth in that area that you've come away from. You've harvested what you could, but that's it now. And it was a good harvest. It's a good harvest. But, you know, the fields are ploughed now, so seeds being planted, ready for new growth. And this is a high commitment. This is a strong commitment here that's being made by yourself and possibly people connected to you. But this is a strong commitment now that you're making for this new opportunity, this new beginning, this new way going forward. These seeds that are now being set. It's a very strong commitment by yourself, particularly. All right. So what's at the root of this? Okay. We have emotional loss and we have the Princess of Swords. Emotional loss, this would be the Five of Cups in ordinary tarot, but there has been an emotional sense of loss here, but you've been giving it to the universe to look after for you. So you have been managing it, you have been dealing with it. I feel it's a natural process. Whatever this is, it's a natural process, and it's a process that you've been gradually working your way through. Because to clarify the Princess of Swords, you've had your eye on the prize, Taurus. You've been keeping focused. You've been very focused, looking for, researching what you need to research, looking into this situation or a situation, getting more information, getting more experience, but keeping focused, and that's helped you at this time of some form of loss, some form of emotional loss, and this is what you've had to let go of, because you know that it was a good harvest from the past. Nothing from the past has been wasted. All right, but it can be sad letting go of certain aspects. And we've got a very strong commitment here on the table. Okay, so the past influences, we've got partnership and alliance, and we've got the Five of Pentacles. All right, so in the past, this is working together with a significant other, in partnership, making a decision on a way forward, but making that with somebody else, with a significant other or others. But even though this is very positive energy, the clarifier, the Five of Pentacles, is you've been feeling left out in the cold over something. There's this sense of loss, and it's not that you haven't got enough. There's lots of coins here on the ground, so I feel this is, you have abundance around you, but your energy, your emotions are feeling a sense of lack in some area. And I feel this is all to do with this transition stage, having to let go of something as you go forward in partnership, but having to let go of something. As one door is closing, another door is opening. And I feel that's the energy, and that's where some of you are at this time. At this time of moving on. And you can see where the man is. He's right on the cusp. So he's got the past just behind him, the future just in front of him. But that's where the light is. Okay. So what's on your mind at the moment, Taurus? Well, we have the number 2, mental conflict, which would be the 2 of Swords in ordinary tarot. Mental conflict, you can see the picture here, the imagery. The man, inside the man's mind, it's red hot, it's on fire. And that's because you're torn between 2 aspects of this situation. You're being pulled in 2 different directions, I feel. And it's causing mental conflict. It's on your mind, going over and over in your mind. And it's to do with the 8 of Pentacles. And this is when you are working very hard, being very focused, working very hard, showing your skills, developing, working on whatever it is that you're creating, but, being very focused, very skilled, showing your expertise, being watched over by others who are in admiration of your skills, your hard work. But there's something about this that is causing some form of mental conflict for you. I feel, whoever this is for, this reading is very much about change. I feel it's something to do with productivity. Could be something to do with business, work and career here. There's an aspect of moving on, working hard, being focused, working in partnership, being very committed to this, but it's having to let go of something, ready to embrace what's coming in. And that's not always easy. And that's why, for some of you, you are in the 4 of Swords energy here. It's all part of the process, Taurus. So, going forward, Taurus, we have Truth. Now, this is a major arcana energy. And we have the Death and Rebirth card. So going forward, this is about a need for truth, a need for clarity, a need for scales to be balanced, a need for being far-sighted. This is about justice, and things need to be fair and balanced. And of course, we've already seen balance here. So balance is a very important aspect for you at this time, this need for balance. And it's all about equality and fairness. Going forward. And with the Death and Rebirth, the Death card is signifying this ending. There's something that's ending that needs to end as this new beginning is coming in. This new cycle is coming in. But as it comes in, there's something that needs to end. Something needs to end and be left in the past. Perhaps the scales have been uneven in the past. Things haven't been right, things haven't been an equal give and take, perhaps an equal sharing. It may have something to do with partnership and alliances. Alright, because this is how you or somebody connected to you has been feeling within this partnership and alliance. Feel it's yourself, Taurus. And if that's the case, then going forward, whatever it is that's made you feel like this needs to be left behind. It can't be part of your endeavours, your partnership going forward. The scales have got to be more balanced. And that's why we've got truth here. This is about being honest about this. There has to be clarity and openness now going forward. All right, Taurus, so what would your guides like to say to you now? Okay, here it is. You've got to stand your ground. You've got to stand your ground and not be overwhelmed by the huge energies and tasks that are ahead of you. And working in complete partnership, equal partnership, is the only way that this is going to work for you. Well, for all of you, you know, whoever's involved in this endeavour. We have what looks to me like the planet Jupiter here, which is the planet of expansion, growth, the planet of Sagittarius, the supporting planet of Sagittarius, which is a one's energy, which is about vibrancy, action, growth, new beginnings, new opportunities, movement and change. But in the face of all of that, Taurus, you've got to stand your ground and position yourself right from the offset and defend your position here. The clarifier is the Ace of Wands, yes. So this is the new beginning, new opportunity, growth, expansion. And this always reminds me of the maypole here. So I feel May, for some of you, is a very significant time. This is a fabulous energy. The Ace of Wands is a really fabulous, exciting opportunity that brings in passion also, passion for what you're doing. So, you know, but the thing is, you can get carried away with this energy. It's a lovely energy, it's a strong energy, it's a vibrant energy. But while this is around, you've still got to stand your ground to make sure that your position, you are positioning yourself, Taurus, alongside of whoever it is you're in partnership with. Whether it's a person, whether it's another organisation, it'll be something different for all of you, Taurus. So these are the important messages that are coming through for you at this time. All right, so we've just got two final messages now. We have two final messages for Taurus, please, to complete this reading. Two final messages for Taurus to complete this reading, please. Alright, Taurus, so we have Journey by Moonlight, Believe in Magic, and Watching Clouds. Lie back, rest and relax. Okay. Believe in magic. So magic, you know, as I'm sure you're aware, is all around you. Magic happens every day. Even in the smallest of things, you know, you see a bud opening up into a flower or into a leaf. We walk in nature and there's magic all around us, isn't there? You look up at the night sky, particularly to full moon, and see all the stars. It's just beautiful and enchanting. So, you know, it's just stepping back and just appreciating everything around you and what you have and the beauty of your surroundings, Taurus. You know, and beauty can be found anywhere and everywhere, even in the inner cities. There is still beauty to be found and magic. All right, so beautiful. Believe, Journey by Moonlight. Lovely message there for you. and so watching clouds. It's important for you to take time out and rest. You can't be on the go all of the time, especially if you're in this transition stage and it's a lot of hard work for some of you. And it'll be something different for all of you. Remember that, Taurus. It's a general reading. But what's important is you take time for yourself, lie back in the hammock, read a book, have a cup of tea, and watch the clouds go by. Lie back, rest, and relax. A very important message there for you, Taurus, to fit into your, what I think is quite a busy schedule. Alright, I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. This is your reading. For whoever this is for, I hope you can recognise your story here. And I hope you found the reading useful and meaningful for you and supportive. But good luck going forward. And until next time, bye-bye for now.